Imagine this. The pressure is unbearable. Your mind is overwhelmed with thoughts, your emotions are pulling you in every direction, and life feels out of control. How can you possibly find calm in such chaos? Nearly 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, faced immense pressures, not unlike the ones you feel today, but on a far greater scale. His teachings have stood the test of time, showing us how to remain grounded and calm in the most turbulent moments. In this video, we'll explore 7 key Stoic virtues that Marcus lived by. Virtues that will not only help you manage stress, but can transform your relationship with adversity. These teachings go beyond philosophy. They touch the heart of human experience, offering a path through the storms we all face. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, didn't live a life free of hardship. He experienced war, personal loss, and the immense pressure of leading an empire. Yet, through Stoicism, he cultivated a mindset that allowed him to maintain peace and purpose. Today, we'll dive into the Stoic virtues of acceptance, mindfulness, discrimination, judgment, adaptability, perseverance, and compassion, exploring how they can help you navigate life's toughest moments. But these teachings aren't just abstract ideas, they're practical tools that can reshape your daily life. 1. Acceptance. Embrace what you cannot control. The first step to inner peace is acceptance. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Something happens to you. Good. It was meant for you by nature, woven into the pattern from the beginning." This isn't passive resignation. It's an active decision to stop fighting what you cannot change. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher who was born into slavery, emphasized this point when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." He couldn't control his circumstances, but he could control his mind and his response. Epictetus didn't let the injustice of his situation define him. Instead, he accepted it and found peace within himself. Acceptance often feels counterintuitive, especially in today's world, where we are constantly told to fight for what we want. But Stoicism teaches that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is let go. Imagine a surfer caught in a massive wave. If they resist, they'll be crushed by the force of the ocean. But if they accept the wave, adapt, and ride with it, they can emerge stronger. Life's challenges are like those waves. Resistance causes suffering, while acceptance opens the door to growth. Consider Steve Jobs, who was forced out of Apple, the company he founded. He could have let anger or regret consume him, but instead, Jobs accepted what happened and used it as fuel for his next ventures, creating Pixar and eventually returning to Apple to lead it into its most innovative era. His story teaches us that acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about transforming adversity into opportunity. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, each of us lives only now, this brief instant. Mindfulness is the practice of grounding ourselves in the present moment, rather than getting lost in regrets of the past or anxieties about the future. How often do we miss the beauty of the moment because our minds are elsewhere? Musonius Rufus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "The person who practices Stoicism looks not to the distant past or future, but is content to focus on the present." When we stay present, we regain control over our lives. We're no longer trapped in what could have been or what might happen, but are fully engaged in the here and now. Many people think mindfulness is just about meditation, but the Stoics saw it as a way of life. You can practice mindfulness in anything you do, whether you're having a conversation, cooking dinner, or working on a project. By focusing completely on what you're doing in the present, you free yourself from the burden of worrying about things that don't matter right now. Think about Jeff Bezos during Amazon's early days. Bezos wasn't fixated on what competitors were doing or future failures. He was fully present in building Amazon, focusing on what he could control. This single-minded attention to the now helped Amazon become the global powerhouse it is today. Mindfulness for Bezos meant concentrating on the present, one customer interaction at a time, which allowed for steady growth. 3. Discrimination. Focus on what you can control. The Stoics believed that peace comes from knowing what's within your control and what isn't. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Remember, Nothing belongs to you but your flesh and blood, and nothing else is under your control. Discrimination is about using your energy wisely, focusing only on what you can change. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." So many of us waste time and energy worrying about things we can't influence, what others think of us, external events, or outcomes that are out of our hands. Stoicism teaches that when we focus on what's in our control, we gain freedom. In your daily life, you can practice discrimination by asking yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, let it go. Worrying about it will only drain your energy. Instead, focus on what you can change, your actions, your thoughts, your decisions. By narrowing your focus, you reduce anxiety and gain clarity. Elon Musk embodies this Stoic principle. When facing SpaceX's early failures, Musk couldn't control public opinion or the risks of rocket launches. But he focused on what he could control: his persistence, innovation, and team leadership. Musk's ability to let go of uncontrollable factors and hone in on his sphere of influence is a perfect reflection of Stoic discrimination. 4. Judgment. Prioritize what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't treat anything as important except doing what your nature demands and accepting what nature sends you." Stoicism teaches us to focus on what really matters: virtue, justice, and living a meaningful life. Success and wealth are secondary to living with integrity. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in chasing wealth, status, and validation from others. But the Stoics knew that inner peace comes from knowing that you are living in alignment with your values, not from external rewards. Warren Buffett, despite being one of the wealthiest men in the world, has lived a life grounded in simplicity and integrity. He's known for his frugality and his emphasis on ethical business practices, focusing on long-term value rather than quick gains. His calm and steady approach to life is a reflection of Stoic judgment, proving that prioritizing what matters leads to true fulfillment. 5. Adaptability. Embrace change as a constant. Frightened of change? But what can exist without it? Marcus Aurelius wrote. Life is in constant motion, and trying to resist change only brings suffering. Adaptability means learning to flow with change and using it as a catalyst for growth. Hierocles, another Stoic philosopher, taught, "All things move. It is only by moving with them that we remain steady." In today's fast-paced world, where technology evolves rapidly and global shifts happen overnight, adaptability is more important than ever. The Stoics teach us that true calm comes not from resisting change, but from embracing it. Look at Netflix. Originally a DVD rental service, they saw the rise of digital streaming and adapted to meet the new demand. Their ability to shift gears and embrace change has made them a global leader in entertainment. Netflix's story reflects the Stoic belief in using change as an opportunity for growth rather than something to be feared. 6. Perseverance, the strength to keep going. Perseverance ties all these virtues together. Marcus Aurelius believed that obstacles are opportunities for growth. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Challenges don't stop progress, they create it. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Perseverance is about pushing through hardship and seeing it as a tool for growth. When we endure and learn from difficulties, we develop resilience and inner strength. Think about Thomas Edison. He famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure was a lesson, not a reason to give up. Edison's perseverance reflects the Stoic idea that obstacles aren't barriers, they are stepping stones to success. 7. Compassion. Cultivate empathy in hard times. Compassion is often overlooked in Stoicism, but it's a deeply important virtue. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" Compassion isn't just about being kind to others, It's about understanding our shared humanity. Epictetus said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." Compassion for the Stoics is a recognition that we all struggle, and in helping others we help ourselves. Empathy connects us, allowing us to endure challenges with a deeper sense of purpose. During crises, healthcare workers continue to show compassion, even at great personal risk. Their empathy and dedication, even in the darkest times, show that compassion is a source of strength. Compassion grounds us in our shared humanity, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Stoicism teaches us that calm isn't the absence of hardship, it's the mastery of it. By practicing acceptance, mindfulness, discrimination, judgment, adaptability, perseverance, and compassion, we can face life's challenges with grace and strength. These virtues are more than just ancient wisdom. They're a guide to living a resilient and fulfilling life. Which of these virtues will you focus on today? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who could use a little Stoic wisdom in their life, and subscribe for more insights from ancient philosophy to modern life.